Assalamu alaikum. Hazur.
Would
My name is-
you have to bend, unfortunately, because mashallah you are very tall and this poor microphone is so short.
My name is Abdul Rakib Wali
Yes.
from Merced Jamaat.
Right.
And my question is around the hadith of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yes.
When the companions came to him and they said, "Oh Hazur, when you're with us, we're full of spirit.
Yes.
But when you leave us, the spirit
We're not
leaves
the
us."
same. We're not the same. Yes.
Right, we're not the same.
Correct.
I see the very same thing happening to us. When our Khalifa is here, I see Ahmadis coming out of the walls. But when you leave us, they seem to leave us as well. And I'm
You see,
wondering,
I understand
Yeah.
this problem, but the hadith is not applicable here.
I know. But my
It's a-
question is, Hazur,
Yes.
is what can we do?
I'm going to tell you exactly
Okay.
what you should do.
Okay.
First of all, please sit down. This hadith deals with a different situation, where somebody who sits in the presence of the Holy Prophet ﷺ and his whole thinking changes, and he only thinks of good things in life, has good resolutions, has good ambitions to follow. And when he goes away for some time, gradually it dies down, that special enthusiasm, and it's not always the same. But here you are talking of those who don't even come to the mosque, who are sort of truants, who remain Ahmadis in belief and may practice a bit of Ahmadiyya. It is not too hard for them to practice, but in coming to the mosque, in participating in communal programs, in participating in tabligh, in paying chanda, all these things, they're just lukewarm, if not less. That is a state of disease we are talking about. That was not a state of disease. That is why Ahmad sallallahu alaihi wasallam explained to this man, don't worry. He was extremely worried for his faith. He said, perhaps I am a munafiq, I am a hypocrite. Why these two positions, two changing situations in my thinking, heart, etc., etc.? Rasulullah said, no, it happens, when you're in presence of, you're close to heat, you feel hot. When you're away, you feel cold to the degree that you're away from the heat. So there are people who are salihin, whose company also is good for you. That is a different phenomenon. So don't mix up these two things. Now here, those people who you are talking about, I have also noticed there is a big difference between LA Jamaat and San Francisco Jamaat. No comparison. They are united, they are one, they participate in everything good, they are productive with the grace of Allah, and their standard of chanda paying is not at all to be compared with yours yours is not to be compared with theirs, I mean. Because you are scattered, there is lack of leadership. There is lack of center, and they are yet to be organized. And for that, something has to be done. One thing will be done in near future, of which I would like to be aware. You see, a day-to-day contact, you said with me, for instance, is beneficial in some regards, but not through MTA. We are going to establish almost daily contact with me directly. All Ahmadis of all ages will be able to listen to me, learn things from me, and give me an opportunity to advise them on this and that. That will be done, inshallah, very soon. You see, Europe, with the grace of Allah, is benefiting largely from this. Pakistan is benefiting, other Asian countries. The only place which did not benefit from the Muslim television Ahmadiyya was America and also Canada to a degree. People used to ask me, you're everywhere, daily services of Ahmadiyya television are reaching far and wide everywhere, but not America. I said, because they are poor people, they can't pay. You see, Africa is not poor, Fiji is not poor, Australia is not poor, but America is poor. So they were surprised. I said, I'm talking in relative terms. If they had will, they would come up and they can easily afford to pay the whole entire bill. But sometimes there is a vicious circle. You can't do it because you have been cut off for long. You're too scattered. You're breathing your breath in an atmosphere which is toxic and polluted for religion. You don't know it, but this is exactly the case. Where materialism at its highest pinnacle, and the rest of the world is lying so low as far as materialism is concerned. So to counter this, it is highly important that your daily contact with the center is established and promoted as much as possible. The lack of that has produced that state of lethargy or semi-death. And to counter it, that must have been started. So with the grace of Allah, Canada has offered the sacrifice which USA could not. They have built an earth station in Washington at their cost in your country. And they are going to have 3 hours daily programs for all the United States as well as for Canada, of course. Now in these programs there will be many interesting things. I'll speak of some only. But I'm going to tell you the timings. Daily for the west coast of America, there will be 3 hours programs starting from 5 o'clock till 8 o'clock. And for the eastern coast, from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock. So both will share the same program at different times, although they will be simultaneous. Now the programs will cover many things. For instance, teaching of the Quran and its meaning. I have already started those lessons in UK, and those lessons are broadcast or televised to all the rest of the world except Americas. And now inshallah a collection of the same videos will be sent to this center. This is now being built. And daily those children who understand Urdu will be able to learn the Quran from me directly in Urdu, and those who cannot understand Urdu will have the option of a second channel in English. And gradually we will build the channels, as we have already done in Europe, to 8 language channel program. The video program would remain the same. The option of channel would give you an opportunity to see the same program but listen the same program either in Urdu or Arabic or English or Turkish or German or French and so on and so forth. So that is one very important program where inshallah the whole world of Ahmadiyya will be taught the Quran, its teaching, its correct pronunciation by me directly. And if you make it a point to shut off all other nonsensical programs, hollow and meaningless, only inviting you to evil, and sit before this television, inshallah, that will remove that hurdle between your contact with me daily. A sort of contact will be established. The second interesting